Hey guys, and welcome back to another random unboxing. So today I've got these apparent AirPod killers. So let's crack them open and see, whether or not they're any good. It's always interesting to get some random tech sent through. So come in to this kind of black box there. I'm just going to get the AirPods out, kind of size comparison. So not exactly pocketable. It's one of the things that I absolutely love about the AirPods is they fit in that little kind of nifty pocket in your jeans, whereas these most certainly will not. In fact, if you put them in any pocket, there's going to be quite a lot of pocket bulge, which is never good. One of the nifty little features about this though, it does have a full-size USB on the front there, so you can use this as a backup battery as well, which is, I suppose, pretty handy if you throw it in a bag or anything like that and you need kind of an all-in-one solution rather than carrying a portable battery around as well. Now in the box we get a little mini black box. Let's see what's in here. I'm guessing will be headphone tips and stuff like that, but oh yeah, some spare headphone tips and a micro USB cable as well, or a little short one, and then there's some instructions in there too, so let's throw that aside. So as you can probably guess, this charges using micro USB, which is just on the side there. And let's pop these open, shall we? Let's see what they're like. He says, come on. It's definitely not a smooth sort of clip open like you'd get on something like the AirPods, but there we go. So we have those there, which to be fair look pretty nifty. Pop out quite nicely, and it's a sort of magnet, so if you drop them like that, they kind of clip into place, which is pretty nice. They look pretty cool as well. They've gone for this sort of blue and red sort of accent, so they're not particularly minimalist. They're relatively small, lightweight and compact. You've got the microphones on there as well, which is really handy. And just pop them in and just kind of get an idea of feel. So it looks like they have to go up like that, and then oh, okay. Sorry if I start shouting. They certainly block out, literally just because they're plugging into the ear, a lot more sound than I'm used to. I've got the first generation of AirPods and they do absolutely nothing in terms of blocking out any sound. So I quite like the look of them. They look pretty cool. They fit quite nicely. Shall we do a wiggle test? Shaking of the head test. So I guess like that. Oh, okay, they stay in, and it definitely didn't do me any favours from the neck. The next thing we're wondering about is what they actually sound like. So overall, first impressions of these, that's far too big. I like the idea of this being a portable battery as well. I'd much prefer it maybe if that could be disconnected or it just wasn't there actually. It's a novel feature, I like it, but actually it makes the case too big, so it takes away a lot of portability factor. They can't pop in your pocket. We will pair these up. See what they sound like. Now AirPods aren't exactly known for particularly great sound, so to be fair, if they can get equal to that, can't really go too far wrong. Pairing, this should be interesting. So I don't want to resort to, ooh. So these aren't actual buttons, so on the front I kind of expected these sort of bits that are surrounded by the red and blue to be a click-in button, but they're not, so that's interesting. How does it work then? I don't want to check the instructions just because. Okay, so it does say that I need to plug them in for the first time. Now I need to find something that has a full-sized USB, because thanks Apple for USB Type-C on every port on my MacBook. Okay, so they were completely flat, and hopefully we've got enough juice on there at the moment, so we seem to have 6%. Another interesting thing about these is it gives you a battery indicator. Just on there, and I'll show you how much charge is in each one of these as well. And there is like a nifty little LED light that goes around the ring as well, which is really cool. So let's pop these open and see whether or not these have got any charge in them now. You said it had a little bit, and oh, they get a bit toasty after charging. Like really toasty. They beeped. Oh, they beeped again, so I'm assuming we have audio. Okay, so it's showing Bluetooth there, so we're about to find out what the sound quality is like and whether or not these are going to blow up in my ears or anything like that, which they might. AirPod killers? They are not. Okay, so to sum up the sound quality on these, they are just extremely cheap sounding headphones. There's no depth to them at all. They're just very hollow, very tinny. It's just, the sound quality of these is just poor. I mean, in fairness to them, it sounds really clean. It doesn't get distorted at high volumes or anything like that, so there's a decent equal volume in that terms, but there is pretty much zero bass, like no bass at all. So I guess if you listen to anything that's just acoustic based or vocal based, they're okay. Now, I feel that I need to kind of put it into perspective with how much these cost. $36.99, so I suppose when you start to throw in some of all the parts, you have this case which can be used as a battery charger. I like the LED light that comes on the top there to show you how much charge is in the case and how much charge these have as well. They're pretty nifty designs, they stay in well. There we go, showing you how much battery is in there, which is, you know what, it's a nice touch and I do like that. So I appreciate some of the other little features there, and when you throw in the cost, $36.99, it's not actually a bad shout. But they're really basic, like really basic. As a spare pair of headphones that come with a battery charger, and bear in mind there's a 4000 milliamp battery in here as well, so actually, you know what, you're gonna get at least a full phone charge from this thing if you needed to use it as a backup battery. So I suppose if you look at it that way, that you have a backup battery that just comes with some headphones, yeah, it's all right. But to be honest, it is kind of the jack of all trades rather than the master of any of those. The size is crazy, especially when you compare it to something like the AirPods. That's just so pocketable and you can carry that around with you everywhere. These, they're just too big. They're probably too big in the ear as well. I really dislike the fact that when you take them out of the case, it kind of was uncomfortable to have in my ear because they were so hot, and the sound quality is just, I would say it's below average. It's not what you'd expect. At this price point, you can get some wired headphones that would sound so much better. And there are other Bluetooth headphones that I've used in around about the same price point that sound a lot better than this. They make the AirPods sound absolutely incredible, and we all know that these aren't incredible sounding headphones for anyone who's used them. So all in all, would I recommend these? Absolutely not, no. As I said, too big. There's some really nifty features on there, but sound quality isn't there. Far too big to really be used as a portable headphone. So no, I wouldn't recommend them. You can get something else much better for your money. You know what? Just save yourself the cash and don't bother with these. It's a nice idea, but executed pretty poorly. So as always, really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see some more unboxing videos in the future, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button so you can catch up on those as well. If you haven't already, head on over to our Patreon page, which we've just set up, and you know, we're hopefully going to get some more funding to bring you even better videos in the future. In the meantime, stay safe, don't buy these, and we'll see you soon. Ta-ra!